Organizing for beautiful living doesn't have to be a group project, at least not at first. You're ready to clear the clutter, but your family maybe isn't. But here's how to stay sane and make real progress anyway. It's incredibly common for the effort to organize to be initiated by, led by, and kept moving by one member of the household. Is it you? It's probably you. You see clutter, you feel tension, but nobody else seems to notice or care. Listen, in a majority of households, one person, one of the adults, tends to carry most of the mental load of managing the daily household tasks. If there's a second adult in the house, they're likely carrying the mental load of other things, maybe the financials or maintenance or something else. What that means for you is that here you are, you can't ever relax in your house because it just feels messy, not done, and you're watching everyone else, especially the other adult, go about their days like they're oblivious to the clutter and disorganization in your house. Emotions are heavy when it's like this. You might start to feel resentment and your temper will be really, really short. So then, how in the world are you supposed to get everyone else on board with you organizing your house and your family schedules and whatever routines you want to put in place? You've probably already tried nagging, maybe yelling, and I mentioned this from personal experience, guys. Maybe rewards for decluttering certain things. Maybe some of that works, but it still feels like a whole lot of work on your part to convince everyone to do this. And after you've worked all day, more work is the last thing you want to be doing at home, especially if it feels contrary to what everyone else wants to be doing with their evenings and their weekends. So, what do you do? Well, you model the change instead of demanding it. It's a choosy organizing strategy for sure. You're going to work this problem the smart way and choose not to nag or demand. You're going to move from telling everyone else what you want them to do to just starting. Because you don't need anyone's permission to start decluttering and organizing. You just need a plan and a little bit of patience. And the plan is the Clear 5 framework, the one that I use with clients all the time. And it's especially good, you guys, especially powerful when you're the only one on board with organizing your house because it works even when you're alone in this. So let's walk through each part with examples of how to use it when the rest of the household is not exactly volunteering to help quite yet. So Clear 5 stands for the 5 steps of decluttering and organizing your space. And those 5 steps are clarify, limit, edit, assign homes, and review. Clarify is about your vision, okay? Right now, it's yours. So I want you to think about one small space in your home that drives you absolutely bananas. And I need to make a side note here for a second, okay? The most important thing that I want you to remember is that no one wants you to organize their stuff without their okay. If your child is 3 years old or younger, fine, you can be their organizer. But as soon as kids start to feel ownership of things, it's hard for them to let go of anything. And that carries right on up into adulthood. And that said, we did an episode about how to teach kids to declutter. It's episode 64, Raising Mini Minimalists, How to Teach Kids the Art of Decluttering so the Habit Actually Sticks. I'm going to link that in the show notes for you. But for the moment, you're focusing on clarifying your vision for how you want this one particular space that you have control over, okay? It could be something like your nightstand or that one corner of the kitchen counter that's so cluttered that it gets in the way of you preparing meals, right? The stuff that's there right now might not all belong to you. So you're not just going to get rid of what's not yours, but you are going to declutter it. So look at that space. And as you're looking at it, ask yourself, what do I want this space to feel like? What would it feel like to walk by this spot and not sigh in exasperation? How would it support my day if it were clean, clear, and calm? Now, this might feel weird at first, I just had this mental picture of me standing in front of my nightstand with my finger on my chin saying out loud, what do I want this space to feel like? What would it feel like to walk by the spot and not sign exasperate? Da 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 da. Well, you don't have to ask yourself these questions out loud. You can think them, but do ask yourself all three questions and answer them. Answer them with real thoughts and feelings, okay? I can tell you that for me, when I looked at my cluttered nightstand a few years ago, it was during COVID, and I worked and read in my bed sometimes if one kid was using the kitchen or my office for school. I did this exact thing. My nightstand had become my mini office, but a really messy one. I had a bunch of books, usually a cup of coffee or a glass of water, a bunch of post-it notes for jotting down things I needed to remember to look or search for. I had masks, hand sanitizer, a box of tissues, pens, papers, cords, and cables, and a whole mess of other stuff on top and in the drawer. And it bothered me. Like going to bed there felt agitated, not peaceful. And it got so bad that I really started avoiding my room for a while. But then I decided that it was time to clear that up. So I did ask myself these three questions. What do I want the space to feel like? Well, I wanted it to feel calm, but studious. I really loved reading articles and books in my bed. And I also wanted it to be neat and tidy, mostly clear. Like I wanted to be able to see the surface at all times. I didn't want the masks and hand sanitizer and cords and all the other stuff there. Just one book and maybe one article at a time was what I really wanted. So studious, but also calm. So I could relax at bedtime without this noise of all the daytime stuff bombarding me. What would it feel like to walk by this spot and not sigh in exasperation? Accomplished was the word that came to mind. Like I would be proud of myself if I could declutter the space and keep it decluttered, even though it was easier to be thoughtless about what I brought there and I would just leave it there. How would it support my day if it were clean, clear, and calm? Well, I would sleep better. My mind would be in less turmoil if my nightstand was in less turmoil. And we know that in times of stress, we need to be able to sleep. COVID was a big time of stress. So do it. Ask yourself these three questions. Clarify this vision of the space for yourself. Next, we limit. And I know boundaries can sound cold and strict, but this is really about gentle structure. So let's say you choose your kitchen junk drawer to declutter. Now, you're not going to dump it all on the counter and like rage declutter, right? You're going to say, this drawer will only hold the essentials: tape, scissors, pens that work, post it notes, and maybe one lighter for birthday candles. And that's it. And this is the only drawer in the kitchen that's going to hold these utilitarian things. So if someone else insists on keeping 27 soy sauce packets in there, you can say, totally fine. Let's give them a container. And when that container's full, well, that's the limit. And if more come in, we make room or we let some go. And this works really beautifully with kids too. A bin for stuffed animals is a limit for those, a shelf for Legos, one basket for hoodies. And when that bin or basket is full, it's time to edit. Limits make the decisions for you, so you don't have to be the constant decluttering police, okay? Next is edit. And here's where we really need to talk about having patience. If your partner leaves piles of random tools on the dining room table and you're itching to toss them, don't. Not yet, anyway. Instead, turn inward. Edit your items first. Go through your bags, your car, your nightstand, your stuff on the dining room table. Edit your Tupperware drawer. Edit your digital files. Edit the water bottles that you secretly hate. And here's why. Editing your own stuff models the behavior without triggering anyone else's defenses. It also builds momentum because every small thing that you declutter will give you more clarity and more motivation to continue. And if there's shared stuff that you're dying to address, like your partner's pile on the dining room table, well, then you create a maybe bin. Put it where everyone can see it, label it with a date, and in 30 days, you can ask if anyone's really using the stuff in there. And if not, will you get rid of it? But if they want to keep something, ask them then and there, okay, no problem. Where do you want to keep it? And now's the time to chat about it. And they can suggest a spot and you can redirect if that spot is full or if that space is just not appropriate. So let's say it's a water bottle and they haven't used it in 30 days, but they insist that they want to keep it. And if they say they want to put it in that kitchen cabinet that's already full of water bottles, you can say, well, good idea. But you know, that space is already full. Do you want to get rid of another one so this one can fit? If they say, well, then I'll just keep it in my room. Well, that's perfectly fine as long as they remember to clean it out and then take it there every day, right? It's perfectly fair to talk about it and consider options that maybe you hadn't thought about or maybe you wouldn't necessarily want for yourself. But we've got to be empathetic towards our family members' feelings and relationships with their stuff. You just focus on editing your own things as you need to, and feel free to mention how certain areas make you feel as you declutter them. And mention this out loud, right? You know, I cleared off my nightstand this week and it was hard, but boy, it feels so much easier and calmer to go to sleep now. It was so messy before. That's it. Let them hear you, let them see the benefits it has for you and how you feel better now. A sign is about giving everything a home, even if you're the only one who knows where the homes are for now. And let me give you a story from a client. She was constantly frustrated that no one could find their earbuds. Like every morning, it was, Mom, where are my earbuds? Well, did you try to locate them with your phone? Well, I did, but it's telling me it's not blah, blah, blah. Couldn't do it. So she created this little drop zone one day, and it was a little labeled tray per person on the console table by her front door. And she didn't say a word. She just made it easy. Well, a few weeks later, everyone was using it without nagging or reminders because she had made this path of least resistance. She made it the right one. And that's what assigning is really about. It's creating a system that's so simple, even a tired 10-year-old can follow it. Labels help. Clear bins help. Open top baskets help. This is where aesthetics and function meet in your house. You're creating homes for the stuff, not just containers. And last, we review. Now, I want you to start a tiny ritual. Like I do mine on Fridays during what I call Friday planning. It's another ask yourself moment, okay? And this time you're asking what's working, what's not, what tiny tweak would make this feel smoother. It might be moving a hook lower so your kid can actually reach it themselves, or putting the lunchbox station one shelf higher because it's hurting your back to bend down so much. And finding that something you organized isn't working, it isn't failure. That's feedback. You're not resetting and redoing everything every week. You're just refining. And over time, your system starts to hold up even when the rest of the household is going about their days as usual. Now, eventually someone will say, hey, where's my charger? Or why does this corner look different? And that's your in. That's your moment. You don't say, finally, someone noticed. You say, oh, I was trying something to make mornings easier. Want me to help build one for your stuff too? It's not a lecture, it's an invitation. So there's no guilt and no pressure. You're not dragging anyone along. You're just making it look really good to join you. Now, here's a little bit of truth though, okay? You may always care more about the clutter. You may be the first one to notice the chaos, but you don't have to carry that full weight of change alone. You just start small and start with you. Create peace in little pockets of your house, right? Show them. Don't sell them. Invite. Don't push. Your compassion towards their relationship with their stuff shows that you care about them. And you're not about to throw all their stuff away because you've just had it with the piles on the dining room table. That's going to be clear to them. It takes time, but when your family sees you calmer and happier with areas that you've decluttered and organized for all of your benefit, not just your own, but theirs too, they're probably going to start decluttering and organizing too in little bits and pieces. And they might start really small, just like you did, but you'll celebrate it because it's all in the right direction. Okay. So if this episode gave you some relief or maybe some courage to keep going solo for a little while longer, I would love to hear from you. You can DM me on Instagram at Firefly Bridge Organizing, or share this with a friend who might be carrying the weight of her home all on her own right now. Okay. Have a beautifully organized week. I'm Z, and I'll see you on the next episode.